Well, my main objective in this period is to increase my income. It works well, but it takes time because people need to get to know me. It's kind of it's not something very direct, I would say. It's not like I'm doing, I don't know, a workshop on stress, and from that workshop people are coming to my one-on-one session. It's not, this link is not so clear, because in this other side people are coming to creative writing. At some point they find out that, I don't know, they have some emotional issue, emotional blockage, and then they come to me. But it's a process that it takes a lot of time. The funnel is not very fast. Usually most of the people that come to free coaching go to paid coaching. I think that the problem is, how can I get more people to go into the free coaching session?
Today, I'm with Madalina. She's a coach and creative writing facilitator who wants to earn more from her work. She can talk freely about creative writing, but about her coaching, that is where it gets hard. Her words, coaching is something very personal and it's not so easy to talk about it so openly. We map her whole customer pathway on the whiteboard, board by board, to see where it breaks. The turn comes when she names the real block in one word: shame around being paid. Watch for the role play where she pitches her own offer and the moment I name her deflection. I'm Max and this is Visual Coaching. Real coaching sessions, no script. So we had our last session a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, around 3 weeks ago or something, or 1 month.
Yeah. What happened since then?
What happened since then? Well, in the last session, I got more clarity regarding the vision that I want for the future. I searched in my photos, and I had created kind of a vision for the future, I think one year ago, so with some cards. But I think that I didn't connect so much with it as I did on our previous session. So I think that the insight is that I got more clarity towards what I want for the future.
Yeah, that was pretty powerful with the personal side, the business side of things. Yeah. And today, what is it that you would like to discuss today? Is that building on what we did last time, or is that a new topic? Where are you going?
Yes, I would like to build on what we did the previous time, and maybe focus more on the business side of things.
Sure. Yeah.
Even though I'm more open now to not put into boxes business and personal.
We can see where it goes now.
Yeah, I'd like to focus more on the business side.
Okay. Then I think we just start here and focus on the business side. What is the question that you would like to have answered?
Well, my main objective in this period is to increase my income. So I would like to maybe work on this today. How can I increase my income?
Sure. And if we are building on the things from last time, let me actually bring those over, okay? So from last time, we have your vision, which was this one.
Yes.
And you also already described your solopreneur business, how it looks like at the moment. And this is what we built up over the last session. So maybe a recap on where we are right now with the business, with your vision for it would be a good starting point, and then we can see how to connect the dots here more clearly. Do you want me, could you run me through this here again? So where is your business at the moment?
Yes, so mostly my income right now is coming from one-on-one coaching sessions. I also have some workshops from time to time that are open for people, mostly on topics like emotional regulations, stress, conflict solving, relationships on this side. And I also have creative group that is focused on writing, with which I have workshops on creative writings. I also do some challenges on WhatsApp and a lot of other events on this side of writing. And I would like to start to work also with companies in business-to-business workshops, team buildings, depending on what they need.
Yeah. And you already said last time it is too stressful how it is at the moment, and I don't make enough money, so too much work, too little results, basically.
Yes.
And then we also explored the vision that you have. Maybe for recap, please run me also through this image that we created and tell me if anything has changed or anything needs to be added.
Well, since the last time, it's very clear for me that I like more to work in teams than to be a solopreneur. So I would like this to be still in my vision for the next years. I'd like to connect more nature with what I do in my business, to do maybe some, workshops in nature, retreats, things like that. And I don't know what to add more on this vision.
No, if it's good, it's good. It's also not that old, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And having your own personal and business growth connected.
Yeah.
I think that was the point 3 here. Okay. With all of this, let's look at the question. How to make more money? Let's put it very blunt. Given your situation, given the different opportunities you have, writing, B2B, B2C, coaching, workshops, all of that, what do you think, if you focused on it, would bring the most results?
I think that's probably B2B, but I don't know if I like it so much.
And it's something you don't make money with at the moment, right?
No. I started this year on this side. I have a project for a team building with in the architecture industry. But that's all that I have in this moment. I might have some limiting beliefs on this side, because I have this belief that not all people that are working in companies want to take part in this kind of activities, while in the open workshops, people are coming that they really want to be there. But this might be in my head, I don't know.
Okay. Let's look at this from an analytical point of view. You probably have the skills to work in all of these areas and deliver great results. So the thing that you're missing, it's not a skill issue on the service delivery. But probably it's more about customer acquisition.
Yes.
And that basically, or usually has two steps, which are marketing and then sales. So first, other people seeing what you offer, and then talking to some of these people and selling them what you actually have to offer. Right? So that's like the differentiation. First, getting eyeballs on what you offer, and then secondly, turning those views into customers.
Yeah.
How do those two things work now for all of your options here? How do you do that for one-to-one coaching, for B2C workshops, for creative writing, for B2B workshops, for B2B workshops? How do you get people to see that? And then how do you get people to transfer money to you? Say, yes, I want to work with you.
Yeah. For the first three, I'm using Facebook and Instagram. For the last one, I didn't promote it yet.
Okay, so here's like Meta.
Yes. And lately, I'm also taking part on different events for networking, which are local.
Who is coming to these networking conversations?
Well, it depends on the event, but usually people from creative industries.
Like marketing agencies,
Yes.
writers. What does that mean?
Marketing, IT. Yeah, on this side.
Okay. And these are events where you get one-to-one clients or B2C workshop participants, right? I guess these are not so much on the creative writing and so far also not on the B2B.
They are on creative writing. I don't know why, but people are really open to this side. So wherever I go, if I talk a bit about what I'm doing with the creative writing, people want to come. Maybe because it's more easy for me to talk about this than the other parts. I don't know. I have this idea that one-on-one coaching is something very personal. And also the topics that I use in the B2C workshops are personal. It's not so easy to me to talk so openly about it. While creative writing, it's something that I think that anybody can do and anybody can take benefits from it. So I talk really...
Sorry, I didn't understand that. Last one. Creative writing is something everybody can do? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, everybody can do, and everybody can have benefits while doing it. So it's very easy for me to promote it.
Okay, interesting. Let me disagree here. I think it's not easy for everybody, and it's not easy for everybody to talk about. So I think if it's easy for you, right? I think that's good. Great. How about the sales side? When do you talk with people about, hey, this is what I can offer, and you seemed interested. Do you want it?
Well, lately, part of the clients that I have are coming from this initiative that I'm having with the creative writing. So people get to know me, they see how I am, they find interest in what I'm doing. And after that, we start the process of sales, I'm having the first one-on-one coaching session for free. So people are coming, we're doing the coaching session, and after that, if they find value in it, if they resonate with it, they go further in the process.
Oh, so it's actually people coming to your coaching, but people find out that you exist and what you do in the creative writing class.
Yes.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
And then the coaching is not on writing necessarily. That's like full personal development coaching, no?
Yes. It's not on writing. Though I can work on that too, but it's not on writing. It's on personal development.
Yeah. And I assume after free coaching comes paid coaching.
Yes.
Okay. How well does this conversion path work?
It works well, but it takes time because people need to get to know me. It's kind of it's not something very direct, I would say. It's not like I'm doing, I don't know, a workshop on stress, and from that workshop people are coming to my one-on-one session. It's not, this link is not so clear, because in this other side people are coming to creative writing. At some point they find out that, I don't know, they have some emotional issue, emotional blockage, and then they come to me. But it's a process that it takes a lot of time. It's the funnel is not very fast.
Okay. Let me write this down.
Yeah.
Here. Oh.
And also my clients come from recommendations from other clients. People that worked with me in the past in different contexts.
Okay, so you have the recommendations. How do people find out that you are doing coaching and that they can help you? Just people talking about your sessions, what has happened, and then they say, hey, wait, you know what? Why don't you talk to Madalina? She's a great person to work with.
Yeah.
Something like this.
Yes.
Okay. What is the blocker that you see that hinders people going from the free coaching to the paid coaching?
Usually most of the people that come to free coaching go to paid coaching. I think that the problem is, how can I get more people to go into the free coaching session? Because from that one forward, things are usually pretty simple.
And you do enjoy what you're doing in the paid coaching, and it's also enough that you're charging, and all of these things are good? Or what are you selling here on the one-to-one paid coaching? How does that look like?
I like it very much. It gets me a lot of I take a lot of energy from doing this, so I really like it.
Nice.
Yes. I think I could raise the price, but I'm not really comfortable with doing so right now, because also the economy in Romania is very, very bad at this moment. And yeah, I don't know if I answered the question.
Yep. So, if we think about this like a pathway, right? So, what you have found is to connect people from where they are up until your paid coaching, and then also recommendations. And when I think about and visualize a new business model, right, then that's exactly what it does. You have people who have a demand and you have something to offer and you connect those. Then we have visualized this here. And when I think about this, I always think about the first time you're standing in front of a jungle. You don't know how to get to the end point. And you only have a machete and you go through it and you're like, okay, this didn't work and that didn't work and this was hard and there was a detour and, you know? And at some point you find a working way that we can model, that we can show. And that's exactly what we have here. And now the question is, if you can do it with, you know, you alone with a machete and it's draining, it's not easy, lots of work, how can we build a highway here, right, that connects these points? And so one way to do that is to think about the constraints. And I think you already said it. This here takes a lot of time. That's the constraint, as you put it.
Yeah.
Here we don't have a constraint because apparently people love your one-to-one coaching so much that you have no constraint here. And you have recommendations already. Do you have numbers on these different conversion steps? Like how many people are in the creative writing class? How many of those go to one-to-one coaching? How many go to paid coaching? And then how many people are recommending or coming through recommendations?
No, I don't have the numbers.
Okay, then you have a homework to do.
Yeah.
Because only then can we actually calculate the conversion rates. Right? So we can imagine that you have 1,000 people in your creative writing class, let's say. Out of those, 10% say we want to have free coaching. That would be 100. And then out of those, 80% go to paid coaching, let's say. So 80. And out of those, there are like 20 again that are convinced, my God, I tell everybody in my surroundings how great Madalina is. And you have 20 new clients coming in. So you have a 20% rate of people coming through recommendations here. Right? And then we have a full picture. And at the moment, what you're saying is the conversion rate from free to paid coaching is very good. Let's say 80%. But the conversion rate from creative writing class to one-to-one coaching is not so good.
Yeah.
Which is understandable because it's also very different things.
Makes sense, yes. Yeah.
Except that it's all about expressing yourself, right? So I do understand how that people can get into contact with themselves while writing, and then they find blockages, and then they might want to remove those.
Yeah.
Does everybody in your creative writing class know that you offer free one-to-one coaching?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, I think that's one issue. What other issues do we have?
I think that I'm not very comfortable to promote what I'm doing as a business.
Why not?
Why not? Because I have this idea that is very, very personal, what I'm doing. I mean, in my head, it's not like I'm selling shoes or something, and I go to someone and say, oh, you know, I have this really cool pair of shoes. I think it's something very personal. People are coming when they have blockages or when they really have a need to figure some things out.
Of course, but then they still need to know that they can talk to you about this.
Yes.
So that seems unrelated. Knowing that you are somebody I can talk to who can help me with coaching, that's not a personal information to have. That's just a business information to have. It's like I also know that I can go to McDonald's and get a burger there.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I want a burger, and it doesn't mean that I go there, but I have that awareness.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. What else do you see that you could do to bring more people to the creative writing class, convert more people to the one-to-one coaching? Let's focus on this end here, because here we have the constraint.
I think that maybe I need to create other types of workshops that are more related to the emotional side, not from creative writing. Something that is, I don't know, stress, emotional regulation, to do this kind of workshops more.
Okay. And you think people you have done that, right? How easy was it for you to get people there? Because you also said that it's easy for you to talk about creative writing.
Yeah.
And you said it's not so easy for you to talk about all these other topics.
I've done it before with my colleague. It was not so easy for me to talk about it. I haven't done it alone, but I do plan to do it.
Okay. How do people then find out about these other workshops?
Also from,
There's a step before that, is what I'm saying. We have this. We have another step here. And yeah, we can also go from here.
well, also from social media or from different events that I take part in. Coffees, going to coffees.
Like the networking events, you mean?
Yes, networking events, and also going to coffees with different people and talking about what I'm doing.
And who are these people? How do you set up these coffee catch-ups?
Well, they can be friends or acquaintances or ex-colleagues from different initiatives that I had in the past.
Okay, and that would be the same for this and this.
Yes.
How you see it?
Yeah.
If you were to ask the people in your creative writing class that you have how they found out about you, what would they say?
Part of them found out from social media, part of them from recommendations. We're also doing these events in different cafeterias in Iași, and we have flyers that we are putting there, so apparently people get to know us also from there. Paid ads.
You do run paid ads?
Yes.
On
creative writing.
Oh, okay, on the creative writing class. Okay, that's not on the list here yet.
No.
That's like paid Facebook or Instagram ads, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Paid meta ads. All of this sounds quite promising. And the fact that you have a working model that we can write down like this is very promising. So if you just had 10 times, let's say, the paid coaching clients that you currently have, would that solve your problem? Your business problem, I mean?
If I would have 10 times more clients than I have now?
Yeah.
I don't think I could.
Coach so many people?
Coach so many people, yeah.
Well, then you are in a luxury position, because when your time slots are full and you still have more people who want what you offer, then you increase prices. That's the point where you increase prices. So
okay, so I need to get more people to have all my places full, and after that to increase prices.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, right.
I would say, and if you still have empty places, just do free coaching, because word of mouth travels fast and far.
Yeah.
So the easiest way to do this is to just do more coaching, because you do get energy from it. You were smiling quite a bit when you said that. So that is an activity that is very much aligned with your, I assume, values and strengths.
Yeah.
So the question is, how do we build the system here? What do we have to change? What do we have to do so that we have a highway here, right? Instead of a small footpath. And that could mean creating more paid ads. That could mean that this creative writing class, maybe it should be a community where you can constantly show people, hey, here's the class. We meet every Tuesday and Friday for writing. Wednesdays we do literature review, right? And I'm also offering, let's say, the writing coaching, but I also offer personal coaching. That could be the paid offers, and you already have that to some degree.
Mm-hmm.
And the free coaching could be your upselling conversation, which apparently it already is.
Yeah, this is the plan for this year. I want to slowly create a community for the creative writing.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this plan of doing recurrent events every month and different challenges every 2 months. For the next year, to actually have something that is maybe with a recurrent subscription every month. But it's not very easy for me to connect this with my coaching sessions, because usually people are coming to these creative events, and at some point we start to discuss, okay, I'm doing coaching, and someone says, oh, I did coaching with Mada, it was really, really nice, it helped me a lot. And from that point, the person starts to get interested in what I'm doing, and maybe we go to free coaching session, and then the person goes to the paid one. It's not something that is really clear. I don't have the plan.
So you said somebody mentions coaching with Madalina is great.
Yeah.
And what was the first part? The first part was somehow you get into the conversation about coaching. How does that happen?
I don't know, maybe someone says that she has a problem with something. And someone else says, well, I had the same problem and I worked with Mada in coaching and it was great and I really recommend it. You should go and see how she's working.
Okay, that's great. So someone has a problem, and then they mention Madalina is great. And then what happens is that people come and they book a free call.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
And that is what is happening organically in the community at the moment.
Yes.
Also, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you have your mechanic here. And the question is, again, how do we supercharge that? Because that's the natural way things work, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
The only question is, how can we build structures that allow for this to happen much more often?
Mm-hmm.
How do we make it easy for people to go through this? So the first question I would ask is, where can people voice their problems? Because it seems that first the problem has to be voiced out in the open. The second thing is, how do you get other people to say that you do great coaching? And that probably happens automatically. So looking at this, my assumption would be, please let me know if you think the same thing, is the main question, how to get people to voice out their problems? Question mark.
The idea that pops in my head right now is to create contexts where people talk, just go out and talk for connection. Contexts that are not a workshop, but a gathering to just talk about things.
Yep. What else?
I don't know, maybe create some events that have the theme based on what I'm doing in coaching. For example, we could talk in some event about comparison, and I can connect this with writing.
What about, so let me step out of my coach role here and just pitch some ideas, and you tell me if that makes sense for you. How about having in that community, you also have some kind of community software, and you have a dedicated channel there, which is an issue I have ... right? Just to give people a clear space to do that in your community.
Could be.
So how about texting every new member something along the lines like, our writing comes from overcoming our own problems, right? That's more or less the imperative, I assume. So good writing, because you have to process your things within yourselves from problems, and then I help with that personally if the community can't do it, or something like this. So I assume people first in the community help each other, right? And then when somebody says, yeah, but my case is different, but I have a special thing, and then you can say, okay, I offer coaching on that. But again, people need to know about this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't feel very comfortable to promote what I'm doing. Yeah, I said that I'm not very comfortable to promote what I'm doing, like this, to write to people, hey, I can actually help you overcome this.
Don't you think people benefit from this?
I think they do, but I don't want to be, I don't know. I don't like this cold approach. This cold marketing/sales approach, when I actually go to someone and I promote what I'm doing. I'm more into the organic side, like we get to know each other, and after that you go to my Instagram, and then you find out what I'm actually doing in my business.
Well, yeah, but we're having this conversation here because that's not working.
Yes, you're right.
So it's fine that you say, I would love the world to work like this, but it doesn't.
Yes, you're right.
Or it does only to a certain degree. So,
yeah.
and I want to say, you making great offers is a very positive thing. Is that in your mind more connected to being shy, shame? What's it that is holding you back here?
I think shame.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it could be shame.
Why that?
I think that it is like that because it involves money. It involves like being paid for what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Because, for example, for the creating initiatives, creative writing initiatives, the prices are very low. And I think that like almost anybody can pay the amount that we are charging for what we are doing. So it's very easy for me to go to someone and say, hey, come on, it's really nice. We're having this really cool activities. It's great for connection and to, I don't know, relax and so on. And I have this belief inside of me that the person can come because the amount of money that he or she is paying is not something that it will be, I don't know, a big burden for him to pay.
Yeah, but that's let me say that's similar to going to a restaurant. Say you can either cook at home and do the more affordable thing, or you can go to a restaurant and have the thing, made for you, maybe in a way that you can't do yourself, and that's going to cost you something. I think there's no shame in that. You have to make money. Everybody has to make money, and you are just making an offer. It's not like you're forcing people, you have to buy this now,
Yeah, I know, but I actually had this thought in my mind in previous weeks that I'm buying bread from someone. Like I have 4 years, I think, with sourdough. And it's something that it's important for me, and I buy it every week. And it's not something that I would cook at home. So I'm really grateful that this person is making sourdough bread. But I think that in my head, coaching is something nice to have. It's not like bread that you cannot live without.
Same as sourdough bread.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I would.
You're offering something to the world that no one other can offer in this exact same way, because nobody else is you, and coaching is very personal. So by you not making yourself more available, one could argue that you do harm the outside world by not making yourself more available. Imagine a world where there's no sourdough bread. Oh my God, that would be a worse world, right?
Yeah.
And in the same way, you are creating a worse world by keeping yourself to yourself. That's what you're doing.
Yeah, like from time to time, I have this kind of thinking in my mind, but it's not something that it really comes from inside, like to actually believe it all the time.
I mean, you're not making a lot of money, I assume. Otherwise, we wouldn't have that conversation. So let me first ask you another question. Is it okay to make a lot of money?
Yes, I think it is.
But that took you a long time.
Yeah. I think that money is a topic that I worked on in the past years, and I think that I didn't actually manage to, I don't know, overcome some blockages regarding this topic.
Okay. So what are some beliefs here that we need to work through? Because one is I cannot talk with people about my offers because I feel shame around it. Low offers are easy to pitch, is what you said.
Yeah.
But high offers are not, and I didn't understand why not. So maybe you can explore a little bit the beliefs that hold you back, because how can you confidently tell other people, hey, I'm doing this creative writing class, but I'm also doing my coaching practice, and sometimes we have some crossovers between these things. So whenever you have a personal problem you want to overcome, I'd be happy to offer you a free coaching session to see how we're doing things, and then we can decide if you want to go further, but no pressure. That kind of sentence, that's already everything you have to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what holds you back from having this one sentence conversation with everyone?
Well, I think when the offers are low, in my head, it's something like, anybody can afford a low offer. But when the offers are high in price, my head is that, I don't know, the person is making
The higher offers not everybody can afford. That's true.
Yes, not
So,
everybody can afford.
but what's the problem here?
I don't know. I don't know. What is the problem? Maybe it's also this thought that if I have really high offers and people are not affording them, I will not continue doing my work. So I prefer to have offers that people can afford, so I can continue to do what I love to do, than to, I don't know, not have clients or. Well,
But you do
yes.
love to do the coaching, no?
Yes. Yes, but if I have like really high offers and people are not affording them, then I will need to close the business and go back to, I don't know, do something that I don't love at all.
Well, at the moment, we're not talking about these super high offers, right? We just
No,
talk
we're
about
not.
telling, okay, so that's deflection.
Okay. Good spotted. Yeah. Okay, so the idea was why I'm not telling
Everybody that, by the way, I'm making great sourdough.
Yeah.
And if you want to taste, just come over. That's it.
A very good question. I don't know, maybe I'm connecting it more with my identity. This coaching part or workshops on emotional themes than the creative writing. Creative writing is something that I'm doing for fun. It's something that, I don't know, I'm just enjoying doing it. If I'm doing it myself with some friends, it's great. If I'm doing it with people that are paying for it, it's great. So for me, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's something that it's just, I don't know, it grows naturally.
Yeah. But why can't you talk about it? All of this is very positive, right? I'm not saying anything against what you're saying. Coaching being connected to your identity just means you are a people developer and you enjoy that. And that's great. And your will to make offers that everybody can accept, I think that's also great and idealistic. But you also need to make a living. So, and there are people who would gladly pay whatever hourly rate you're charging or your coaching package, how it's structured, if they only knew about it.
Yeah.
Is that today with you not wanting to put yourself in the center of attention? It's like I shouldn't talk about so much about me.
I wanted to say no, but maybe it might be because I have this belief that I'm a very good listener. So I mostly go to this. When I'm talking to someone, I'm just asking questions and I listen to people. And I think that maybe in my mind, that person will say, oh, wow, she's such a good listener. What is she actually doing for a living? And then he will somehow find out that I'm doing coaching. Not working at all.
This is work.
Yeah.
Let's make this a bit more broadly here. Blockers to presenting myself, right? So we have the topic around money. Then you said coaching is connected to your identity and you're a good listener, which somehow holds you back from talking about it. I would say most people who have something that's very important to them, they don't shut up about it. They talk about it all the time.
Yeah, well, that's how I am when I talk about creative writing, and that's how I'm not when I talk about coaching.
Okay, so you have a split persona there.
Yeah.
So how do you bring over that behavior from creative writing over also to coaching? Because the fact that you do it in the creative writing side means you can do it. Just technically. You can't speak, you can't put the right words in your mouth and, make coherent sentences. So how do you bring over this behavior to this other part of your life?
I think that when it comes to coaching, I put a lot of pressure on myself to perform, to do a great job, to say the right things, to, I don't know, just be an ideal coach. And when it comes to creative writing, I'm just being myself and I'm just sharing, I have this really cool thing. It's really great. You need to try it.
Yeah. And that's the same thing here with coaching.
Yeah.
You even offer a full free session. So is that what you basically said is you're putting a very high standard on yourself. So is the belief, the idea here, I'm not good enough to actually offer that. Yeah?
I don't know if I still believe this. I believed it in the past. But now I think that I'm a very good coach. I don't think that I believe this anymore.
If I'm checking your LinkedIn, your Instagram, your social media, will I find something there that shows me that you're a very good coach?
Well, I could share more testimonials that I have and I'm not using them.
That would be a very simple thing to do. share all testimonials. Also maybe get more testimonials. Also have testimonials in a neutral place, like Google reviews or Review Pilot or these kind of websites where people actually have to type in their own things. So it's not you that says that somebody has said that, but people can see the direct comments.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do a quick exercise. Why don't you tell me about coaching? I'm like new to your creative writing. We're meeting online here. You told me how great creative writing is, and I'm like, that's the shit. I love it. The writing, the being creative. And now you tell me about your offers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think I'm very comfortable to do that.
That's why I'm asking you.
Yeah.
You can start with hi, Max.
Hi, Max. I have this really great thing that I'm doing, which is coaching. And it's really hard for me to actually promote what I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, this is something that I really need to work on.
Yeah, let's work on those quickly so you have a basic pitch when going out. Okay, we want to start, of course, with the client or the prospect reality. Right? And from there, we go to obstacles, solutions equals product. And then we have a CTA, call to action. Let's go with that simple model here.
Yeah.
So that could be, hey Max, how do you like the creative writing class? And I'm like, yeah, that's great. When you go, okay, any obstacles you're running into? I know many people have creative writing blockades, or I don't know what people come to you with, right? And then I say, yeah, of course, yeah, I know that's a problem. And then you say, well, if you want to go beyond what we're doing here in the creative writing class, what I can offer you, very optional, just if you're interested, is one-to-one coaching. I help people overcome their writing problems from technique and wording, how they, I don't know, staple the pages and everything. And on the other hand, I also help people develop professionally as a coach. And both of these things really come together for me. So if you're interested, you can always text me, and I'm doing free introduction calls with everybody who's interested. And that's how the model works, more or less. Okay, let's give it a second go. You try it. And you can also ask me questions. So, just like a real conversation.
Okay, so I would start by asking, how are you? How do you like it so far? How is this creative writing for you?
Okay, well, let's restart. Don't tell me what you would do, just actually do it. And you can, again, address me with, hey, Max.
Hi, Max. So I saw that you are really engaged in this writing courses, and you seem to like it. How is it so far for you?
Oh my God, I love it so much. Everybody is writing so creatively. And ever since I started, I almost finished my first book.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Thanks.
And do you have any obstacles or blockages so far?
Yeah, good that you're asking, because almost having a book is not the same as actually having finished the book. And like the last 20% is really hard to write. You know, I have the outline, the story, main character development arc and everything built in, but I don't know how to close it.
Okay. Okay. And is it something important for you to actually finish this book?
Yeah, definitely. You know, it's almost end of the year, and I really want to finish the book, do some self-publishing. I have that on my to-do list for this year, you know, to get this out.
Okay, great. It sounds really, really good. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but I'm also working as a coach, and I support people to overcome blockages in creative writing, but also in life regarding different themes. So if it would be something that you would like to check on how to overcome this blockage regarding writing, you can book a free call with me, and you can actually see how it is.
Okay. And how would that work?
Well, I can send you a link, you will book a call, and we will just meet online or face-to-face, and we will have a session.
And what will I have at the end of the session? What will be the... I don't quite understand what you mean with coaching in that direction.
So it's a session in which I will guide you through questions or different processes to find the source of the blockage and see how you can overcome it. At the end of the session, you will have a plan on how you can work with it, and even you...
So that's a one-time conversation you're offering.
Yes, I'm offering a one-time conversation, but after that, if there are things that you want to work on more, I have an extended coaching program.
Oh, okay. And what is that about? If I have my problem solved already.
Yeah, here I would start to actually promote the coaching program, which is...
Yeah, just tell me. I'm still Max, your creative writing enthusiast.
Yes, okay. Okay, so usually blockages come from things that we learn about ourselves in the past, and we have emotions that are not processed. And when we get to something in the present that reminds of something that we lived in the past, those kinds of repressed emotions come up. So in how I'm working in the process, I have tools with which you can process those emotions. So you can overcome blockages and actually be present in your life and, for example, finish the book or finish different processes that you're doing, different projects. So it actually depends on what is the blockage that you have. And after you tell me more about it, I can actually tell you how we can work on it for you to overcome it.
Okay, sounds a bit like therapy.
A bit, yes. I have this therapy side in coaching, yeah.
Okay.
It actually
Cool.
on both sides. It's part therapy in which you process emotions from the past, and it's part coaching because you actually create a plan and you start to act in the present and plan the future. So it goes on all three parts: past, present, and future.
Cool. Okay, let's make a cut here.
Okay.
From the role play.
Okay.
What do you think? How did it go?
Well, a bit hard in the beginning, but After I started to actually talk about what I'm doing, I think it was a bit easier.
Yeah. I think you were very fluent in what you were saying.
Sorry?
So it was not, you were very fluent in what you are saying, so it didn't seem to me that this was really hard for you.
Yeah, it wasn't so hard.
Great. It wasn't so hard. But I did see that more than once you tried to snap out of it and talk about the conversation instead of having the conversation, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Overall, I think in the beginning you could have been a bit more, let's say, easy. You know, I told you I almost finished the book. And then you asked me, do you have any obstacles? An easy question would have been, oh, you almost finished the book? Why almost? Right? I thought I'd make an opening here. Yeah. This direction, you know, always building on the prospect reality. It's the same as in coaching, right? So it's actually this marketing and sales use the exact same skill set as coaching.
Okay.
It's the same thing with questions, provocative statements, you know, whatever you want to do. Yeah, but overall, I think it was okay. We could be a bit more clear on your offer, though, so that I directly, as somebody who has no idea what coaching is, I like this. I understand what the offer is. So if you want, the last thing we can still do in the call before we close is to have a look at your actual offer.
Okay.
Is that something we should do, or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Well, so I know your offer has at least 2 tiers. The first free session. Right, and then you have, what do you have after that?
Well, after that, I have some sessions in which we talk about the problem that the client has, and I'm doing, let me see the term in English. Like, I find out the history of the person.
Mm-hmm.
Where the problem started, where the blockage started.
Yeah.
After that, I guide him to find out his values and what emotions they are actually built on. What emotions and beliefs they are built on.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, I'm working on processing emotions from the past, limiting beliefs. Okay. And after that, I'm building for the future. Vision, action plan.
Mm-hmm. Most of this is actually here in the past, right? So you said the emotions from the past, limiting beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much for the values. So what do you do in the present stage?
Well, for the present, the sessions that I have usually go from something that is happening in the present moment. So I have this problem in the present moment.
Yeah, but you connect that problem to the past, to the history, is what you said, to past emotions that are still, that we still carry around, that block us, limiting beliefs that block us, right? And then in the present, what we try to do in the present is to understand my own values, rewriting those limiting beliefs into enabling beliefs. And that's what you still said. And then I assume the last one is like releasing the unpleasant emotions. And after that, you go into creating a vision and action plan.
Yes.
Okay.
And usually between the sessions, there are different, let's say, homework that is working on the past. So the person has another behavior that is actually building, that is supporting to overcome the problem that he's having.
And is the homework, so are these like 3 different sessions that you have here? Past, present, future? Are these like 3 90-minute sessions or?
No, usually this is happening in around 16 sessions.
16?
Yes.
Sessions?
Yes.
1-6?
Yes, 1-6, yes.
Okay, that's a long process.
Yeah.
Okay. 16 sessions overall. Okay.
Yeah.
And do you charge those one by one, or do you have like this is my program and I have like a program price? How's that?
One by one.
Okay. Because people might drop out in the middle.
Because usually people want more. The way,
yeah, I mean,
the way that I'm working, it's more close to therapy than to coaching, because I have this part where people are processing things from the past. So that's why it usually needs more time to actually integrate the learnings. So yeah,
I understand that. I'm just thinking from a business perspective. What is better? Giving people the option to leave your program anytime? Or do you create a program where you say, we will spend 3 sessions in the past, then in the future we spend 3 sessions, and in the present we spend another 4 sessions. I don't get to 16. Yeah, so the math doesn't add up. Right? But you get it. Okay, so we get to 12, let's say. You can already say in a regular coaching, these are the things we do in each session, more or less. And then you can productize your service, and we can say, this here is the, how do you call it? Something coaching.
I call it.
What's the headline?
Reconnect and dare.
Reconnect?
And dare.
And dare, like this?
Dare, daring, to dare.
Reconnect and dare. Okay, so it's the reconnect and dare. So it should still say coaching now.
Yeah.
So it's still like a life coaching program.
Yes, or breakthrough coaching.
Yeah, we take your words. Okay. And then you have homework in between. Cool. So where's the website where I can see this in nice?
Yes, I don't have a website.
So how do you want to make money if you tell people, oh yeah, that's what I'm doing, and then they say, okay, that was, Max, the writer. I'm like, okay, that sounds interesting. I like you. Your approach seems cool to me. Where can I see the details?
Yeah.
Nowhere.
On my Instagram, oh no?
Well, your Instagram will not show me the exact program.
Yes.
I want to see this here. I want to say what we will do in each session, more or less. You don't have to detail out everything, right? But you already know what you're doing pretty much, and it has a recurring structure. You have done it several times or many times. So you can distill down what are the essentials, what you're doing. And then I also want to see the full price. Full price and How much would you say is the whole program?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not very comfortable to to say. So I prefer not to share the
Okay.
details.
Sure. Let me say 1,200 euros. That's my estimate. I think what you should charge. It's 100 per session, more or less.
Okay.
Yeah, because then as somebody who has been in the first free session, I can directly see what I can get here.
Yeah.
You know, I have a one piece thing, and it's very clear to me, and I can see that on the website, and that's it. Do you have anything that you offer that comes after this? Because you have people who have participated in your coaching. Anybody who has said, you know, Madalina, I want to have something else.
Usually after this breakthrough, I do open sessions. People come with different problems, and we are just working on those. I don't have something that is so that it has a structure so clear.
But that's like a meeting that you organize, and then with several people who have been in the coaching.
No, not group sessions, but individual sessions with open topics. If in
open session, one-to-one.
Yes, one-to-one.
And on demand.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Pay by installments. Okay. Yeah, that's great. And I think here you have a full coaching offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I will stop the charging one by one. It doesn't bring any benefits to you. You can pay in installments, right? So you pay as you go, but the deal is that you pay the full 1,200. And yeah, then you can still have open sessions afterwards. Well, I don't think you need a website that can be a one-pager website with just different sections, but it should show exactly all of this, because then it's also easier to talk about. Because what are you going to talk about? You say, you know what, I'm also doing coaching, and it actually has 3 parts. First, we look at the past, because all of us have had unpleasant experiences that we couldn't deal with at the moment, that left negative imprints on us. We have like emotions that we didn't process. We have limiting beliefs, and so on. Then we go into the present. Da-di-da-di-da, right? So I love the structure, by the way. So I think that's very clear. 3 steps in between homework, several sessions per step. And you can say, and in the present, in the 3rd session, we talk about beliefs. In the 4th, we talk about emotions. No, that doesn't make sense, but you get the point.
Yeah.
Oh. How do you feel about this year?
Yeah, it's good.
Can you transfer that to a website?
Yes, of course.
Okay, then let's do a recap of our session. And then some takeaways. Good for you?
Yeah.
Good. We restarted here, where you said this is what you do in your current solopreneur business, and today we focus on the one-on-one coaching. In your vision, you want to work in a team, do outside work. We didn't specifically incorporate this now in the topics that we had here. Maybe you can connect to those themes in the last part of our session in the takeaways. And then we effectively started here. So please run me through this and the following boards.
Okay, so here we talked about what I'm currently doing and how I'm promoting my services.
Mm-hmm. What do we see here?
Okay, so currently for the one-on-one coaching sessions and B2C workshops and creative writing, I'm using social media and networking events. And for B2B workshops, I didn't start to promote it yet.
Yeah. And basically you don't have any structured sales at all.
Yes. The takeaway from here would be that I need to actually promote more what I'm doing, because how I'm currently doing it usually takes a lot of time. And it's just me waiting for the perfect opportunity to actually come for people to talk about what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Let me write that. From waiting for the opportunity to creating the opportunity. That is pretty much exactly the thing. You create the conditions already in which you can then have the opportunities. And that can be that you reduce the time, or that you just increase massively the number of people here. If you just, if just 1% of people want to talk to you, either you increase the percentages to 10%, or you just increase the number of people to multiply the 1% with. So 1% of 1,000 is 10, but 10% of 100 is also 10, right? So yeah, you have those two options here. And I want to say it's the coaching part here is easy for you. A lot of energy. That's great. You also do it well, otherwise you wouldn't get recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
The creative writing part is easy to talk about because you know how to do it. You have done it many times. And so the only thing really that you need to do is to talk with people more about your coaching.
Yeah.
And show them, here it is. That's it. And I'm Madalina, expert coach.
Yeah.
Okay, run me through this, please.
Okay, so here we talked about how can I actually create context in which people talk about their problems, so I can further on talk about what I'm doing as a coach, and how I can actually promote more the results that I have with my clients.
Then we talked about the blockers.
Yes. Here we talked about that I have a blocker on presenting what I'm actually doing as a coach, and that it comes very easy for me to talk about creative writing, but not so easy to talk about coaching. And yeah, that I'm the only one that I can do what I do, and I should talk about more.
Yeah, I'm the only one that can do what I do. Not that, who can do what I do. I should do it more. Yes. Do the world a favor and don't hide yourself
Yeah.
from the world, right?
Yes.
Or in in a positive way, what they often have in these kind of conversations is let your light shine.
Yes.
It's the positive way to think about it. And then all of these over here basically say, I can do it. You know, you have the expertise, you have the experience, you have the skills, you are a good listener. And so you can overcome that. Then we moved over here.
Okay, so here I pitched my coaching offer, or tried to. Okay.
And
I saw that it wasn't so hard. So the insight that stayed with me from here is that marketing and sales are pretty much like coaching, and I just need to create some context in which I share insights and leave people to figure out if they need or they don't need what I'm offering as a service.
Exactly. And we don't pitch or anything to people that don't need what we have to offer.
Yes.
Yeah. And lastly, we were here.
Yeah, so here we talked about my coaching offer. How is it structured right now? And the possibility of paying it full as a breakthrough coaching program, not as individual sessions.
So, what I will do is, having seen all of that, what are you going to do to make your coaching business super duper successful?
Well, I will need to actually have a website. So create a website. I will brainstorm to see how I can create more opportunities for people to actually talk inside the writing initiative, and see how I can promote my services more, how I can connect them more with this.
I think we had post all the testimonials.
Yes. Also start workshops on different themes that are more connected with what I'm doing in the coaching sessions. Okay, and talk to people more. I think this is it.
Talk to people all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. I think you have quite some to-dos here.
Yes. Yes, I do.
How do you feel about it overall?
Well, I think these are things that I was aware of, that I know that I need to do. But now I have them in a more structured way. I also got some new ideas on how I can actually benefit more from what I'm doing regarding the creative initiatives, how I can connect them with the coaching part. So yeah, I think now it's about the execution more. That's the thing.
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for the conversation. That was fun.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It was eye-opening.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. What about it was eye-opening?
It was eye-opening, the fact that I'm mostly waiting for opportunities, not really creating them.
Mm.
So I think this is the thing that I need to work the most on, to actually create contexts in which I can talk about what I'm doing.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'll send you the PDF summary of these boards.
Yes. Thank you very much, Max. It was really, really nice, and to see it all in this format helps me to visualize it more clearly.
Yeah.